Systematic with Dominic. That's right, and this is a special edition, a Monday edition of Rise in Love with who?
The Landis.
The Landis says, that's right. So every Monday, every Friday, you get to catch us, Dominic Landis, Selena Landis, giving you just a little bit of, good nuggets on how to have a long-lasting, striving, and rising relationship. Mm-hmm. But like we heard, coming in, we heard Tevin Campbell. Mm-hmm. Tevin Campbell, that's a classic right there. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Can we talk? And Tevin Campbell in the song, he was talking about hollering at a female. But what I'm talking about, what we're talking about here today, is right here on Mighty Monday. How are we going to be able to say Monday, I won the day? Well, how are you going to be able to say that is by proper communication.
That part.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, what's so funny to me, all of us, the majority of us, hopefully all of us, we all have our careers, we all have our jobs that we go to. And, we go there, we're not mutes. Mm-hmm. We don't sit there and just be quiet, right?
Right.
We sit there and we talk to our colleagues, our co-workers, mm-hmm. our managers, our supervisors. If you're in sales or customer service, you're sitting there talking to people that you don't even know and probably will never, ever see or hear again once when that phone call is up. Mm-hmm. But then what's so funny is then we go home and we don't want to talk to our spouse. Mm-hmm. That's just weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Why is that weird?
Well, because, I get some people might be tired at work and they've been talking all day on the phones because sometimes you feel that way, you don't want to go home and talk. But then, that's your time with your spouse, So I think that being away from your spouse all day, you should want to come home and conversate, with your spouse and tell them, what's on your mind and all that instead of being a mute. Then your spouse is going to wonder why you don't want to talk to them or
right.
him or her. So, yeah, that is kind of weird to just not absolutely talk to your spouse when...
Yeah. Or even, you might say a few words, but what's so interesting, individuals rather value a paycheck. They rather value, the thoughts of their colleagues. They rather value the thoughts of their management. You have more value to a customer on the phone that you'll never speak to again than you have for your own relationship. You get the point? Do you see the point? Understand, if you're going to work, having conversations with employees, managers, supervisors, directors, presidents of companies, whoever, understand those very same people are going to be gone just like that when that job lets you go. Whether or not it's now, 1 year, 2 years, or maybe you might even make it all the way up to retirement, and that same company that you were so faithful to wants to boot you out of the way so they don't have to pay your full retirement. You want to talk to them, but you can't talk to your spouse? You can't talk to the spouse, the one that you married, the one that you declared that is going to be with you for the rest of your life, that is going to grind with you for the rest of your life, the one that is going to have your back for the rest of your life. You don't want to talk to them, but you want to talk to some person that doesn't care less about you and will fire you in a minute, and as soon as you're out that door, could care two lesses about you. Does it make sense? Yeah. Does it make sense now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What I'm saying, communication, folks. This woman right here is always going to have my back. Mm-hmm. This man right here is always going to have her back.
That's right.
When there's another that turns their back on her, who cares? I'm here. When someone turns their back on me, you think I give a care? No. because I got her. That's where my belief system lies. That's where my dedication lies. What about you?
Yeah, of course. My dedication lies with you and with my children and all that, all my family. So yes, my dedication does lie there. And so yes, your point of being is that communication is very important, especially in relationships, between a man and a woman. So.
Yes. And why is it important? We were using the example of the workplace. Communication is critical in a workplace, so you know how to do your job. You know how to run the structure. You know what to do and how to say it. It's nothing different in a relationship. How are you going to know how to move if you don't talk? How are you going to know what to pay if you don't speak? How are you going to know what she wants or what you want if you don't speak? Do you get it? You can't have a growing, striving, rising relationship if you don't talk.
That's right.
So busy wanting to go to work and conversate with these fools that don't know or care anything about you, but then you want to go to the bar before you go to work or go to a buddy's house before you go home because you don't want to speak to the one that you're supposed to love unconditionally.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. Yeah. It really doesn't.
That's why I always believe in marry your best friend or somebody you're friends with, because some people like to go out there and not be with their spouse and go hang out and stuff. So I never got that, but
it's a must. You got to. This is my best friend. This is the one that I know is going to be there with me. So when there's something on my mind, I'm going to say it to her. Vice versa, she'll say it to me. The power of communication. This is a topic I'm telling you right here, right now, we're going to have on a couple different systematic with Dominics, a couple different rise with the Landises.
Rise in love with the Landises, y'all.
Why? Because there's so many aspects that a communication can cover. So right here, how are we going to be able to say Monday we did what?
We won the day.
Absolutely. How are we going to be able to say that right here on Systematic with Dominic, with Rise in Love with the Landises? How are you going to rise in love with your spouse? Is by understanding communication, loving each other, valuing each other's mindsets, valuing each other's belief system. That's how you're going to be able to win. That's how you're going to be able to honestly say, Monday. We did what?
We won the day.
All day, every day. Hit those like buttons. Hit those subscribe buttons. I get to see you tomorrow on Systematic with Dominic on Tuesday. Never lose day. But you'll be able to see us. When are we going to be able to see us again? Friday. Or Fulfillment Friday. Have a blessed, prosperous, mighty Monday. And we'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Never lose day.